leave a workforce, and or replace? We have expert Lily here to discuss this further. Lily, give us some more information about nurse turnover rates.
The national total registered nurse average turnover is 17.2%. Turnover rates at 12 months post-hire for new graduate registered nurse have been reported to be between 13 and 75%. According to research by Week, Doles, and Northman, it costs $10,000 to $60,000 to replace departing nurses. However, local nurse manager for North Hospital states that North Corporation spends approximately $80,000 to replace departing nurses. That is a big sum. That is why first-year turnover rate is so important to keep low.
That's very interesting. So Lily, why should this problem be addressed?
Good question, Sarah. High nurse retention has been found to potentially improve patient satisfaction, nurse satisfaction, and to save money for organizations.
Why do nurses leave the workforce?
Well, Sarah, there are a couple of reasons. To begin with, new nurses feel pushed into a role that they feel they are not ready for. They feel there's too much work, responsibility, and pressure, as well as perceived mistreatment by experienced nurses and physicians. Another reason for turnover is weak, passive, and avoidant leadership, as well as perceived poor organization policies, low wages, and stressful task requirements. Employers find it difficult to accommodate the different expectations of each generation, so incentives may be standardized.
So what are some approaches to the problem and goals for improvement?
Approaches, there are many. I'm going to go ahead and just name a few that I feel are very important. To address weak leadership, we should develop the current workforce, by leadership development. Also, we should analyze retention, diversify by diversity strategic plan, diversity council, mentor programs, benefits and service health wellness, professional development, wealth financial security, recognize and reward excellence by competitive compensation. Furthermore, Sarah, we should incorporate employee satisfaction and well-being by a two-way communication and employee input listening posts. Furthermore, looking into the future, it would be beneficial to develop future workforce by partnership with schools such as the University of Louisville School of Nursing and communities, youth strategies, and recruitments. Nurse managers ought to be taught to become more transformational leaders rather than non-transformational by communicating patient care outcomes that validate registered nurse bedside work. It is important to create learning opportunities tailored into individual professional growth, leading by example, and demonstrate doing the right thing in the face of adversity. Furthermore, Sarah, we should be promoting ethical and moral behavior and increasing the trust that staff nurses have for their managers. As I've already told you, new nurses are feeling pushed into their role, and that's very worrisome. And in order to help them into their new role, we should be initiating more residency programs for new graduates, compromise of didactic direct instruction, case studies, clinical immersion, and competency validation processes, looping supportive component of mentoring and supportive components of debriefing. And lastly, to increase job satisfaction, it is important to ensure that nurse leaders are aware of what leadership aspects increase registered nurse job satisfaction by encouraging nurse autonomy, holding nurses accountable for patient outcomes, inspiring and encouraging nurses. Nurse managers must actively listen to nurses who express any job stress, unhappiness with their job, and provide nurses with opportunities to have input to the organization decision that may affect the job satisfaction. We should consider a float team comprised of nurses who are comfortable working in multiple units and compensate them for the inconvenience. We should make benefit packages transparent and individualized to focus on ways to better offer benefits that the nurses want. And we should especially recognize nurses who show commitment and dedication to their work. We need to pay attention to generational differences regarding work environments and benefits. We have seen that these generational differences have been found as a large perceived stressor, and it also impacts job satisfaction and the likelihood of these new nurses leaving.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. So Lily, could you walk us through from the time that a nurse is hired to the time that she quits?
Of course,
Awesome.
yes.
Thank you.
Sarah, we will now be going over the current value map. In the first step, new nurse is hired. Nurse completes facility orientation. Nurse begins working on unit. Nurse does not feel confident in nursing judgment. Nurse encounters stressful environment. Nurse seeks support from peers. Nurse does not find support among peers.
Nurse Baby Boomer, can you help me with this? I can't figure it out.
Clearly, you're a millennial.
Nurse feels unable to relate to nurses from other generations.
Dear Nurse Baby Boomer, I'm sorry I sprayed you in the face. Please forgive me.
What is this, an apologetic text message? Why doesn't she just come talk to me?
Nurse seeks support from nurse leader.
Hey Nurse Leader, I really feel like I don't know what I'm doing at all on the floor.
Nurse leader offers ineffective support.
Well, you went to nursing school and you did the orientation. I'm sure you're doing fine. Have you asked anybody for help?
Yeah, I asked another nurse and she didn't want to help me, and it doesn't seem like anyone really wants to help me.
You know, I think they probably just need to get to know you. These things have a way of working themselves out. You'll be okay.
Okay.
Nurse becomes overwhelmed with stress. Nurse weighs benefits of job versus stressors of job. Nurse finds increased stress to outweigh pay and benefits. Nurse resigns.
Hey, new nurse. How's it going?
Actually, it's going so bad that I quit.
Now, Lily, how would this look different if we implemented some of the suggestions that you talked about earlier?
I will walk you through that, Sarah.
Now we are going to go over future value mapping. First, a nurse is hired.
Enroll in facility orientation.
Hi, Emily. How are you? Okay, well, here's what we're going to do.
Is the nurse a new grad? If yes, she will enroll in and complete the nurse residency program. If she is not a new grad, assess her comfort level with unit. If she's not comfortable on the unit, enroll in residency program.
Begin working on unit with support person.
So, take your stethoscope, and we're going to place it right here on the baby's chest. Make sure she's not crying when you try to listen to her heartbeat. You are doing a great job.
Wow, you're a really great support person.
She is.
Nurse attends intergenerational bonding event.
Hey, let's do something this weekend.
That would be great. Can I have your number?
Sure.
Here. Do you mind texting? Is that okay with you?
Actually, I prefer if you called.
Okay, I'll do that.
Nurse encounters stressful environment. Nurse seeks support from peers.
Hey, Nurse Baby Boomer, can you help me with this? I can't figure it out.
Oh, hold on just 1 second.
Okay.
Nurse receives adequate support from peers. Nurse leader ensures nurse comfort on unit.
Hey, so how do you feel things are going on the unit so far?
I feel like they're going pretty well. I'm just a little bit stressed out.
Yeah? Do you have somebody that you can talk to? How's your support person?
I think my support person is great.
Nurse leader directs new nurse to stress reduction resources.
So but you are feeling stressed out still?
A little, yeah.
Well, we have a lot of resources at the hospital for stress reduction. Why don't I email them to you?
That'd be great, thank you.
Nurse weights benefits and stressors of job. Nurse finds benefits outweigh stressors. Nurse is retained on unit.
Hey, so since you've been here for the last 18 months, how are you feeling things are going?
I feel like they're going great. I'm gonna stay here forever.
Now we have Annie from Miami. She's our expert lean tool analyzer on the phone. Hi Annie, how are you doing today?
Hi Sarah, I'm doing well. Now we're going to discuss some tools.
Here we are looking at the problem directly, in our case, high turnover rate of new nurses, and looking at the many reasons why this is happening, and offering some solutions to the problems. For example, one of the reasons is that nurses are feeling lost and stressed. A solution could be reaching out to new nurses every week to address their concerns. This will aid in the helplessness and stress that these nurses are feeling. Another problem is that leaders have not set ground rules for new nurses. Mentoring, and a solution could be implementing protocols for nurse mentoring in each unit. Next, we are looking at the pick chart. Here we are looking at a couple of things that can be done to improve the situation. Some are hard to implement but will have a big payoff, and some are easy but we might not see as big of a payoff. Examples include bonuses for mentors. This is hard to implement because we have to play with the hospital's budget. We can also do things as placing nurses in training with nurses that they are friends with. Although this is easy, it might not have such a positive effect, or even if it did, it wouldn't be as big of a payoff. Lastly, we are looking at the fishbone tool. Here we are addressing the issues of nurses leaving for better work conditions and higher salaries. We have 4 categories where issues could be in: process policy, people, equipment and supplies, and environment. Some of the issues we encountered include limited opportunities for promotion with higher salaries, the facility being inadequate to meet demand, poor role definition amongst employees, and lack of innovative work schedules.
Wow, we have learned so much about high nursing turnover rates. Thank you, Lily, so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me, Sarah.
Of course.